My name's HDBeendope from Brooklyn, New York. I started writing raps when I was 9. When I turned 11 is when I told my homies that we're gonna start rapping together. Those years were kind of just having fun making music. When I got into high school is when J. Cole dropped The Warm Up. That was like a pivotal moment for me. And it was like, I want to get more introspective with my raps. And I think that's a lot of what my style is now. You know, it's just very honest. 16 is when I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. In order to level up, a lot of the things for me was just kind of building strategy in terms of how I was putting out music and who I was directing music towards, because I think music is just communication. And in order to effectively communicate, you got to know who you're speaking to. That was like a big thing for me, is kind of figuring out who I was, who would actually care to listen to me, and then going to figure out how to get to them and also learning what they enjoy. When I'm making a project, the biggest part is living life, right? Because I need something to talk about. But once I know that I'm ready to start working on the project, I'll write everything that I went through in that year. And then from that list, I'll start to figure out what can actually be turned into songs, like what has some type of message or has a moral, something that's interesting. The story is what I'm really trying to get across, just because it is my life. And then it's kind of like, all right, you can fill it in as you go along. The biggest reason I rhyme is it's just important to have conversation, especially in my most recent years. I just see how important conversation is. So putting this music out is almost my way of having a conversation with as many people as I possibly can. And that's why I'm big on, especially with my projects, making stories, because I would want these to live beyond the record. Like, you can take something away from it that can turn into a conversation that you now have with your homies based on this record. And I think that's the biggest thing.